One word, cash money. Is right, I want to personally offer Matty Cash a lifetime contract to Aston Villa. I can pay you 50p a week on top of whatever Villa are giving you, but you have to stay at us forever and play like you just did against Manchester City for the rest of your life. And I want to shake your hand. Those are the only obligations I want, mate. It doesn't sound like that much, but we have just beaten Manchester City 1-0 at Villa Park. We played out of our skin, frustrated them. We literally marked an actual human cyborg in Erling Haaland completely out of the game. He had one half chance the entire game. Absolutely sensational, spectacular, as a certain Chris Eubank might describe it. We are going to be reviewing the game. I don't care. Sky Sports, I will fight you. I'm going to use a 5-second clip of Matty Cash's goal. If you try and copyright strike me, I'm coming to your headquarters because I am on cloud bloody 9 as we climb, as I record this video, up to 7th in the Premier League table. Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, they just can't buy a win at Villa Park. But if you are enjoying the content, we are less than 200 subscribers away from 4,000, which is my massive goal before the end of 2025, going into that January transfer window. If we can do it, it'll be fantastic. All you need to do, like, subscribe, notifications on, and share this in one WhatsApp group with an Aston Villa fan. Sounds easy enough, right? Let's have a look at the stats of this game, because it was... There you have it. It looks lovely, doesn't it? Aston Villa 1, Manchester City 0. Villa Park was rocking. Michael Oliver was the referee, and we're going to get into him in a little bit because I think he was a bit shocking today. But nonetheless, the 19th minute Matty Cash goal. Emi Buendia getting another goal contribution. He got the assist because the goal came in from him. I don't think Rodgers got a touch. And as you can see, momentum-wise, yeah, Man City did have a decent second half, but first half was pretty much all Villa. We managed 47% possession against a Pep Guardiola team. And Pep Guardiola teams are just known for their possession. But XG, don't care. Total shots, don't care. Big chances, don't care. It's 1-0 to the Villa. You can see their assist by Buendia. Buendia then coming off 10 minutes later. I'm sure we'll get an update on that injury in due course. But they just could not get back into the game. If we look at how FootMob done the player ratings, a little bit interesting, and obviously I'm going to go through my own player ratings when we're going through the game step by step, my play-by-play commentary of each player, how each player's done. But I mean, look at that. Haaland, stinker but not hooked because he's an actual cyborg. He might turn into the Terminator, travel to the future, then, or does he travel back? I don't know. Anyway, he might go Arnie on Pep Guardiola's whole family if he subbed him off. But Haaland, stinker and hooked. Bob, stinker and hooked. Savinho, stinker and hooked. Reinders, stinker and hooked. And this wasn't like a stinker from them. We just played these two. Boubacar Kamara, Amadou Onana. Wow. Wow. Morgan Rodgers, for me, probably doesn't warrant a higher rating than Onana and Kamara, but definitely a much better game from him. Luca Digne, amazing. Ezri Konsa is the best English centre-back in the world right now. He might be up there. He might be top 5 centre-backs in the world right now. He is that bloody good. Martinez had a good game, coming in claiming a lot. And then Matty Cash. Matty Cash. I will genuinely pay you 50p a week. If someone can get this video to Matty Cash, you know, comment. I don't know. I'll give you my Instagram, my personal Instagram, Matty. I'll pay you 50p a week for the rest of your life. I'll sign the contract right now. Sign the contract, big boy. That's what I'm talking about. John McGinn I thought was brilliant as well. 6.7, really, really harsh. Watkins. We'll talk about Watkins. We will talk about Watkins. In terms of the... People like saying, like, oh, Sancho's been brought on and brought off again. Emery literally does this all the time. Sancho was never meant to come on in the 30th minute. Do you know what I mean? And it made sense for him to come off, I believe. Ross Barkley, I thought, was really, really good when he came on. Should have had an assist. Guasson, very good when he came on. Donyell Marlon, very good when he came on. And Ian Matson as well. Perfect offside trap. And I mean, look at that. We've broken that fantastic City run. What does it mean, though, for the table? Let's have a little look-see-wooksy, shall we? And that is what it means. We go up to 8th, but don't look too much into the fact that we're still near the middle of the table because we are now 3 points, just 3 points behind second place Bournemouth, who have to go and play Manchester City in their next game. Obviously, it's not easy for Aston Villa because you look where we are. We're 8th. Above us, same points, one more goal difference, is Liverpool, and we travel to Anfield next week. That is going to be a really, really interesting game. Tottenham currently have leapfrogged us, but if they lose, if Everton manage to get a win, we will actually finish the day in 7th and not 8th. But I mean, look at that. We're 1 point behind United and City, 2 points behind Sunderland. Absolutely spectacular from where we were earlier in the season. And I mean, look at that. How often in the last few seasons do you see Villa with a positive goal difference? Bloody-tacular. But let's get into the Rodgers Reports player ratings and go through this game. And we're also going to have a chat about Michael Oliver because he is an absolute stinker. And here is the lineup. It wasn't too far wrong from what I predicted in my preview video. I thought we were going to go for the 4-4-2. Let me tell you, Unai Emery, Aston Villa and 4-4-2 with the box midfield and the sort of medium to low block, it might be a match made in heaven. Do you know what I mean? The angel Gabriel might have actually come down, and whilst he was telling the Virgin Mary, as the story goes, that she was going to get pregnant with Jesus and all that stuff, he genuinely might have said, oh, and by the way, in like 2,000 years, there's going to be this geezer called Unai Emery, and he's going to move to Aston Villa, and he's going to play a 4-4-2, and it's actually going to be generational, Mary. So just do with that what you want. Obviously, have Jesus first, but do with that what you want. It's going to happen. I'm the angel Gabriel. I can predict these things, and my God, was he right? So we'll start off with Martinez. Like I say, for me, similar. Footmob gave him a 7.9. I'll probably give him an 8. His high claims and his command of his box were really, really good today. Made a good save from Erling Haaland, the one chance that Haaland did have. Nothing negative to say. He came out and he commanded his box very well. Matty Cash, I'm going to give a 1 trillion. That goal, I'm going to overlay it now. Sky Sports, like I said, you would actually start some sort of like civil war. Wow. On his weak foot. The touch, the finish, the celly, hole in one. And you know what he's done? He's done a long putt right into my heart. Matty Cash, God, I'd like to share a cortado with you at Starbucks, my friend. I've watched the video, Day in the Life. Go check it out on Villa's YouTube channel. It's one of the few videos they've done that's actually watchable on that channel. I have nothing to say. He had to defend against Savinho and Jeremy Doku. He'd done both brilliantly. Nothing negative to say about Cash. My man of the match. Ezri Konsa, I'm going to give a 10 to. I'm going to give Pau a 9. I think just because of how good Konsa is, and Pau, his passing was a little bit off a couple of times in this game, whereas Konsa's wasn't. That's the only reason it goes down for my money. But Ezri Konsa is just so good. Luca Digne, I would give an 8 to. Defensively, really, really solid. Offensively as well, really, really good as well. His passing, his touch, his dribbling. And you know what's really funny? There was one point where he whipped an early ball into Watkins, went all the way through to John McGinn in the end, who was playing on the right-hand side. And the commentators were like, why has he played that early? He had so much room to run into. This brother had Phil Foden breathing down his neck. They don't realise Luca Digne is constantly running in Ambrosia custard. Brody has 0 burners. Do you know what I mean? He has no nos. If it was Need for Speed or Fast and Furious, he's like a Toyota Yaris at the back. Do you know what I mean? And he knows it. That's why he played the ball early, because his passing was so good. I just found it really funny. Onana, I'm going to have to give a 9.5 here, there, everywhere. Interceptions, headed clearances, putting his body on the line, getting hit in the face, getting knocked out, getting back up and still finishing the round. Do you know what I mean? With a little jab hook combination, tracking back, pushing the team forward. His passing was really, really good this game. Kamara next to him, I think, was, again, outstanding. Now, oh my God, girl, you wanna... You know what I mean? The Usher song. But Kamara got a yellow card and he didn't even touch Doku. Doku literally just dived. The replay showed it was the most blatant dive ever. Michael Oliver, that's a foul, son. That's a foul, son. Yellow card. As Neil Warnock would say, you could tell that you're playing against Manchester City. Make those 115 charges 116, because Michael Oliver was on payroll this game, let me tell you. McGinn, I'm going to give him a 7 because he wasn't as involved as other players, but McGinn just adds a different dimension to this team. I've never seen anyone run as much as that man, but looks so unathletic. if you were to like scout the entire Villa team as it's doing like the line, you know, when they go through, he would look like the most unathletic. He must run the most out of any Villa player. I'm so proud to have him as the captain of my football club. Bundia, I'm going to give a 7. Was actually playing really well. I've absolutely butchered his name there. The spelling of it. It's because I'm typing with my left hand still. Let me sort that out because he did play a very good game. But Buendia, I'm going to give a 7. I think I've spelled it wrong as well. I think it's EU. But I mean, to get a 7 and come off after 30 minutes is brilliant. He had some fantastic touches of the ball, some great passes, and got the assist. Unlucky. Hopefully his injury isn't too bad. The fact that it's a non-contact injury and he's asked to come off in 30 minutes, slightly worrying, but nonetheless. Watkins, I'm going to give a... Oh, no, I can't. I'm going to have to give it a 5. His hold-up play was a lot better this game. It was like the Ollie Watkins of old. But his finishing, in front of goal, why does his bottom fall out? Ross Barkley literally laid it on a plate to him and he just fluffed it. His finishing's so poor at the moment. In front of goal, he has like minus 3,000 confidence. And it's really, really frustrating. Rodgers, I would give a 7 to. Much better this game, but I think it's still a little bit sloppy on the ball. But defensively, a lot better. But there's just a few times where the effort doesn't still seem to be there. Let's double his wages and I'm sure he'll sort it out. Do you know what I mean? Now let's go through the substitutions here. Digne came off for Ian Matson. And I'm going to give him a 7 purely because the offside trap that he played for Man City's goal, and it was clearly offside because at the last minute, Matson just jumps in and plays him off. Cinema. I don't know whether it was Onana or Kamara that came off. I'm trying to think back to the game now. McGinn definitely came off, and Barkley came on. Barkley, I'm going to give him a 7. On the ball, really, really good. 100% should have had an assist. If he played that ball through to Donyell Marlon, John Duran throwing it back a couple of years, any striker that we've had pretty much over the last sort of 10 years, maybe not Jordan Bowery, he's getting an assist there. Watkins should have got that assist for him. Sancho came on and off. I'll give Sancho a 6. Looked after the ball well. Don't think he really done anything wrong. And then obviously he came back off afterwards. Who else came off? Watkins came off for Marlon. 7. Why was he just putting his body on the line, jumping into tackles, sliding around, winning throw-ins that were vital at that point of the game? I thought he played really, really well. And then obviously Sancho came back off for Guesson. Oh my God. Why can't I type with my left hand? I'm going to give him an 8. He was really, really good when he came on. Looked after the ball really well. Won important fouls. And defensively contributed as well. I mean, I can't fault anyone apart from Watkins in front of goal this game. And there you have it. Aston Villa, after the low of go-ahead Eagles, they've done it again against Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. What did you guys think of the game, though? Comment your thoughts down below. As always, I've been Rodgers Reports. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you again very soon. Up the Villa.